Have you ever wondered what distinguishes the top 1% from everyone else? What distinguishes them, enables them to succeed remarkably, and makes them excel? What if I told you that there is one thing you can do to set yourself apart from 99% of people? Retention is that aspect. Welcome back to our channel. We're going to explore the power of retention and how it can change your life, so I'm so glad you're here. Being able to remember and put what you learn to use is getting harder to come by, but more valuable than ever in a world where information overload is the norm. Prepare yourself to discover the key to outperforming 99% of people. Retention is more than just temporarily retaining information or memorization of facts. It involves truly internalizing information and incorporating it into your identity. Being able to remember and put what you learn into practice is becoming more and more rare in a world where information is easily accessible. Retention extends beyond surface-level knowledge. It entails actively interacting with the information, seriously considering it, and drawing analogies to previously acquired knowledge. It involves taking information and turning it into understanding, then using that understanding to address issues, make choices, and develop fresh insights. Having the capacity to store information in long-term memory is one of the key components of retention. The two main memory types in our brains are long-term memory and short-term memory, both of which store information for the long term. Moving information from short-term memory to long-term memory, where it can be accessed and used later, is what is meant by retention. Information enters your cognitive toolkit when you actually retain it. It becomes simple to recall, allowing you to use it when necessary. In academic or professional settings where you are required to apply knowledge to solve complex problems or make well-informed decisions, this is especially helpful. Why, then, is retention so potent? In any case, consider learning a new language as an example. You won't be able to communicate clearly if you only briefly memorize vocabulary words before forgetting them. You will be able to speak and understand the language fluently and with confidence if you internalize the vocabulary and grammar rules and keep them in mind. In any field, developing expertise and mastery also depends greatly on retention. Retaining the fundamental information and abilities is crucial for advancement, whether you're learning mathematics, playing an instrument, or becoming an expert in a sport. Without retention, you would always have to learn something from scratch and would never be able to consolidate your knowledge. Retention also improves one's capacity for critical thought and problem solving. Retaining information helps you make connections between ideas, analyze complex situations more effectively, and come up with original solutions. It's similar to having a substantial mental database that you can use as needed. Retention is a superpower in the fast-paced world of today, where information overload is a constant problem. It enables you to cut through the noise, draw out the most insightful ideas, and use them to advance your objectives. You stand out from the vast majority of people who merely take in information without actively retaining it. Therefore, when you truly comprehend the power of retention, you understand that it goes beyond simply being able to memorize information and pass tests. It involves creating a solid knowledge base, fostering critical thinking abilities, and committing oneself to lifelong learning. You gain the ability to handle complexity, adjust to new difficulties, and consistently advance in all facets of your life through retention. You might now be wondering what retention actually contributes to the table. Let me just say that it's a game changer. When you effectively retain information, you gain a competitive advantage over others. Some of the main advantages of retention are listed below. You can master your area of interest by retaining information. The more you retain, whether it be in academics, sports, or any other skill, the better you get. Deep understanding of a subject's fundamental ideas and principles allows for the creative application of knowledge and the solution of challenging issues. You can build a strong foundation for future knowledge and skill expansion through retention. Retention stimulates originality. When you have a solid foundation in knowledge, you can connect ideas and concepts in interesting ways, which produces groundbreaking solutions. Retaining a variety of knowledge and viewpoints broadens your mental toolkit, empowering you to think creatively and approach problems from new perspectives. Your capacity for novel connections and original thought is improved by retention. Your confidence is boosted by retention. A thorough understanding of a subject makes you feel confident and capable, which enhances your performance. When you remember information, you can discuss it with assurance, share your insights, and take part in insightful conversations. This self-assurance permeates different facets of your life and empowers you to take on new challenges outside of the classroom and the workplace with a sense of self-assurance. Your productivity and efficiency both increase with retention. You spend less time repeatedly learning the same material when you retain the information. Instead, you can consolidate what you've already learned to save time and effort. You can allocate your time and resources more wisely towards deeper learning and personal development if you retain new information. The key to long-term learning is retention. When you retain knowledge, it stays with you for a long time because it is stored in your long-term memory. Because knowledge builds upon itself, this is essential. When you retain the fundamentals, you can use them as a springboard for learning and assimilating new material. Promoting lifelong learning. Retention offers a clear advantage in today's fiercely competitive world. You distinguish yourself from the competition by effectively retaining and applying knowledge. People who can retain and apply information are valued by employers, educators, and decision makers because they are more likely to contribute meaningfully, invent new solutions, and handle challenging situations. You stand out from the vast majority of people who only superficially internalize information by retaining it. Retention promotes development on a personal level. You broaden your intellectual horizons and develop a better understanding of the world around you as you retain and apply knowledge. Your personal life is enriched by this in addition to your professional endeavors. You can have meaningful conversations, appreciate various viewpoints, and make decisions that are in line with your values with the help of retention. To retain information, keep in mind that it must also be understood, connected to, and applied in meaningful ways. By effectively retaining information, you gain access to a wealth of advantages that help you achieve success, happiness, and a life of constant improvement. Based on the idea that spreading out your study or practice sessions over time improves long-term retention, the concept of spaced repetition was developed. Review the material on a regular basis rather than all at once. This method enables your brain to strengthen the neural connections and combine the information over time. Flashcards or digital apps that employ spaced repetition algorithms are just two examples of the many tools and methods you can use to implement spaced repetition. You can strengthen your memory and retain the information for longer periods of time by spacing out your review sessions. When it comes to remembering complex information, visualization and mnemonics are effective retention boosters. Creating mental pictures or visual representations of the information you want to remember is known as visualization. Your brain will find it simpler to recall the information later if you associate it with memorable and vivid images. On the other hand, mnemonics entail using memory aids like acronyms, acrostics, or rhymes to aid in the retention of information. Mnemonic techniques help people remember and recall information by forging associations between it and something that is simpler to remember. Information retention can be greatly enhanced by segmenting it into manageable chunks and organizing it in a meaningful way. By breaking up information into smaller units, we can make it easier for our limited working memory to process and retain the information. Additionally, making connections between various concepts and more efficiently retrieving the information is made possible by organizing the information using logical and clear frameworks or structures. Utilizing strategies like mind maps, outlines, or concept maps will help you retain the information better. Implementing these techniques will help you learn more effectively and retain information. Remember that effective retention involves more than just memorizing facts. It also involves actively engaging with the information, structuring it meaningfully, and strengthening the neural connections related to it. You'll be well on your way to joining the top 1% in terms of retention and knowledge mastery if you consistently apply these strategies. There you have it, then. The secret to standing out from the crowd and improving over 99% of people is retention. Gaining mastery, inspiring creativity, and developing unwavering confidence are all benefits of truly internalizing knowledge. But keep in mind that using these techniques consistently is just as important as knowing how to retain information. Thank you for watching today's video. Give this post a thumbs up if you thought it was helpful and tell your friends about it. For more enlightening content like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Be the best version of yourself by embracing the power of retention right now. As usual, keep learning and being curious, and we'll see you in the next video.